just in the fog there. Shadow Company living up to their name. And this, they need to be careful. They've got not just an Abrams to worry about, but a second Bradley to worry about. And Bradley might be Bradley on Bradley gaming here. Oh, and what a 1-2. Are you kidding me? American anti-tank nails it first, and the Bradley had his ATGM prepped. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today we've got another episode of Eye in the Sky where we take a look at a game of squad from the top down. And in this one, we have another special edition of Eye in the Sky with another global escalation episode. This is a civil war, I guess you could call it, with the US Army invading Narva against the Shadow Company defenders. Shadow Company is a PMC group. You probably recognize the name if you ever played any Call of Duty, but they have American weapons, American military equipment, and it's essentially like Americans fighting against PMC Americans. Very interesting matchup. The only time we've seen this type of NATO on NATO matchup in the past in squad were things when we used to have the British against American layers, the kind of Revolutionary War layers, as well as one or two Canadian versus US layers, but it's been really like 2 years since we've gotten that. But I don't want to talk your ear off. It's an awesome game. Global Escalation is a blast. If you do want to play with us, it's the Potato Fields Global Escalation server. I've linked the mod also down in the description below, so download it, then join the server, and you're good to go. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and drop me a comment below with a map, game mode, or faction you'd like to see in the next one. And don't forget to check out the live streams over at twitch.tv/MoiDawg, where I stream every weekday. But that's it for me. Enjoy the video. Peace. All right, Eye in the Sky, and this is Civil War. I think that's what the title of the video is. It is the U.S. Army up against the Shadow Company, which is like a NATO U.S. I don't want to say it's like Blackwater, but it's some type of PMC group that has NATO equipment. I think it's actually like a protagonist or antagonist in an old Call of Duty game. The name does sound familiar. So Shadow Company has a bunch of American military equipment, American weapons, and they're defending against the U.S. Army trying to take them out of Narva here. Narva Invasion V4 in Global Escalation. Should be a lot of fun. We're up on board with the U.S. Army, and they're spawning in the northwest side of Narva. Very common starting point. First point is Ring Road, which should be exciting. Over to Old Hospital. Then lines are still... I don't know what's up with these lines. They never show up for me. Bridgeview Apartments, then Warehouse, Power Plant, and then the Shadow Company main over in the southeast. The U.S. has a bunch of equipment. Lodgies, an armed lodgy, transport, a few quad bikes, some of the 50 cal MAT-Vs and other armored cars. Cougar, which is a bit bigger of a kind of a truck, armed truck. The Striker with 50 cals, 2 Bradleys, an Abrams, an MGS, as well as 2 helicopters. Actually, I don't think the helicopters spawn in, unfortunately, so we won't see that. But then a couple of the vehicles for Shadow Company. They have 4 black-colored Bradleys, a Cougar, MAT-Vs, SUVs. I mean, this is going to be super chaotic. I think we can actually see some of the equipment down here. Yeah, that Bradley here. I mean, look at that thing. That is cool. So it's going to be, you're going to have to really pay attention to who you're shooting at if you are either team, because they're going to have a lot of similarities. And then I think this is actually an SUV that is splashing into the water right here. Yep. Oh! SUV just gets gunned down by the minigun. And that is one way to start. What a drive-by. U.S. Army gets the game going. That's one way to start. I love that. The equipment that you can see. Oh, Matt V might just find himself. Oh, and he does find himself right in front of that black-colored Bradley. And they might have taken out an SUV, but the Bradley says, thank you very much. And this might be even bigger of a problem. U.S. Army 50 cal Striker rolling right in, and this is a little chaotic. There's kind of no coordination, it seems like, just vehicles running in willy-nilly. A little bit of drive smoke to conceal it, but then here you go. AT into the side, and Striker, he's going to have to I would honestly RTB with that RPG already into the side. You have no idea where the rest of the vehicles are. No, not sure where the enemy infantry is as well. And now the Bradley as well from Shadow Company is starting to push up, and you can't even really see it with the black color. And the striker doesn't realize he's going right into it. Oh, the Bradley actually missed his first shot. The second, though, is going to go right through that super thin armor of the striker, and it is on fire. And oh my goodness, that was nearly a full striker. Infantry spilling out. They're getting torn to shreds by the Shadow Company. That Bushmaster says thank you very much. Add that to his point total. And honestly, I'd pop in a few more HE here, but it doesn't look like the crew is interested just yet. And hold on a second. Now we also have, it looks like this southwestern push is getting a little bit scuffed, but you have a Bradley from the U.S. Army and an Abrams as well on the main road. They were ambushed earlier. It looks like they are going to be able to RTB. And there was, we'll turn on the outlines here so you guys can see. Oh, the Bradley. He's engine actually, catalyst, lamp, and Father Nelson, the anti-tank crew, trying to knock that out. So a lot of difficulties here just trying to break through this first initial line, I guess, for the U.S. Army. And it doesn't help. I mean, that fog with just the black colored vehicles is going to make it very difficult to quickly see anything if you're trying to scan as the Army MG is just lighting up the barn, and you can see infantry just falling over. And that's another RPG. That's CHT this time, trying to hit the backside of this truck. And infantry all in there. Chubby Walrus, Beret, and Captain Garbage all just pinned down. And if we open up the map real quick, let's look at that capture area. This is the big, well, it's a huge capture area. This big dome is the capture area for the first point. But this one Bradley that we saw from the south side, he is just holding down this main road. And it does look like he got maybe an AT4 or law into him. That green horizontal health bar showing he did get tagged a little bit, but not nearly anything that I'd even worry about. Well, okay, never mind. That would cause some worry. Tandem round. And he needs to be very careful. Blessed Machine and Rozzy, they need to start disengaging, or they might find themselves in the scrap heap. I think they did also lose an engine, and yet Rozzy's now dismounting, trying to get that engine back up. And AT, Hat. Oh, that is an anti-tank crew you got out here. Singe Ku and Peter Griffin. Oh, and there it goes. Fire starts, and it's a quick explosion. The Bradley, which has just been the rock on the southwest side here, finally goes down, and the Shadow Company might have a door that has been just forced open thanks to some good infantry gameplay. The western side, they still need to push up a little bit, the Army, but now the western side here, it's pretty much, I'm not seeing much in the way to stop them if they are able to get a little bit more support. But at the moment, if you look at the map, they're just kind of being torn to shreds. You can see you have a couple squads out in the west here. This eastern push as well, they tried to go, this is a little too deep, I think, trying to get into the city. Squad 4 tried to set up a fob that might even get taken out. Unfortunately for them, it's next to Old Hospital. So this is a bit too aggressive for a Narva invasion push, in my opinion. You really need to push.
Bradley died.
You really need to push at your first point. You need to have your entire team on it. Otherwise, you're going to get bogged down because Narva can just really turn into a grind as the Abrams starts rolling by. And this is exactly what they need. They need the Abrams whoops. Okay. Yeah, that's what they need. They need to ignore the laws of physics. They need to have some tank support pushing up with this infantry, but instead of the tank support, it looks like the tank, as we see on the map, he's kind of just playing World of Tanks. What you really want right now is this Abrams kind of in the middle of the infantry and start pushing so that way you have some proper tank support. This World of Tanks thing, I think it's really just going to end up seeing the tank get torn to shreds. You're really just trying to you're gambling essentially that you're not going to get hit first if you run into another vehicle. And it's not that an Abrams can't kill a Bradley. It's that, ooh. Well, an Abrams can definitely kill a Matt V. Matt V goes to, oh, that was, I think the, let's see here. One of the Cougars, it looks like. Definitely can knock out that Cougar, but the Bradley should have heard it. And we can even see, look, there's now a tandem round lamp coming around here. And Abrams is just all off by himself. Anti-tank just over the hill. Whoop, and one actually a little bit more to the right. And that's actually going to spook him. Dumbfar, Nanny Abyss, I don't think they're able to actually do much of anything after that AT4. Looks like it hit the turret, and with that sloped turret armor, they're really just going to be able to shake that off. Really should have gone for a tracker engine or something. Even just wait for the tandem round, so that way you're able to do it all in one go. But instead, this is what can happen if you're just a little bit too impatient with regards to your anti-tank. You can't always just take a shot. You should take the right shot, and that was not the right one.
It's just me here.
Let's check out our tickets. 247 tickets to 742. You heard the command chat. GC Clarky, rather. He's the last one in that radio and hab area.
Gonna be driving, or you can kind of cover us a little bit.
And I don't know why everyone is they're focused. You see, we're going to be driving to Oru, so you can keep us covered. It was the call out. I don't know why they're choosing to go to Oru. Well, Oru is right next to Ring Road. They might even have a backup fob there. This is just a very odd suggestion when if we put this this fob viewing radius on, if you want to do another attack fob, maybe do one here, you know, maybe do industrial. You don't have to go all the way to Oru. And you're honestly squad 2 with the Bradley for Shadow Company. I wouldn't be surprised if they hear them and pop them, but that's just wasted effort, wasted logi. And I think Grizzly, Jet Fuel, and they're gonna see themselves in the respawn screen in about 2 minutes. Instead, this main push, which should honestly have all of the efforts, is just scattered infantry contact right now. Real Timmy and Etru pushing up. We see Monatic down in the dirt straight ahead of them. This has to be your push. You need your vehicles here supporting your infantry. It's the only way that the U.S. Army can root out Shadow Company. It looks like a tandem round. We can. Ooh, hold on a second. There it goes, the Bradley. What did we just say? The Bradley was Johnny on the spot. I think they actually moved to engage the tank because the tank calls out. You can see the marks there. And so the two Bradleys went to try to ambush the tank, and they were rewarded instead with Grizzly's pinata of a logi. So more tickets lost, more ground not gained.
Yeah, well, I'm always driving for now on. I don't know what my guy just did, but we're not gonna be getting that hab up to the southeast.
I think he's throwing his buddy under the bus there a little bit. I mean, what else can you do? It's two Bradleys that just ambush you. He was following orders to go around to the south side. I think that's not taking responsibility for it. Command really needs to say, you know what, maybe we just all push here. Looking at it right now, you can see it's sporadic infantry contact from both sides. One team just pushing, and here we go. The Bradley supporting the infantry. Infantry fighting vehicle with infantry. Wouldn't you know? That never happens. We'll keep this on so you can see through, but Darwin and Captain Garbage now hopefully pushing.
Just tell me where position.
And they also need to be careful because you have a Shadow Company think that's their Bradley. Shadow Company Bradley. Yes, they are. And you have infantry are actually dismounting from it. They're using the crew. I think they're getting a repair station up. Oh, they are getting a repair station up. They want to rearm their ATGMs. And we're going to see this Logi once again get killed by a Bradley. I don't understand, guys. I don't get it. The Bradley's holding the south side, and another full transport, squad 2, entire full transport just got killed. The U.S. Army is absolutely fumbling right now. But Bradley, they need to protect this Bradley, the Army, because they have a Shadow Company Bradley off to the front right.
Bro, don't walk in front of me.
Good AG just pinning down the infantry in the ruins ahead, and they need to suppress them so that way the infantry on either flank can start getting some headway here. Good coax, one goes down. AT into the side of the Bradley's turret. Doesn't look like it's going to do much, but Bradley is going to back up just a little bit. And the other American Bradley is engaging the Shadow Company Bradley. ATGM had gone right into the side and trying to follow up with that Bushmaster. And there it goes. That is exactly what the U.S. Army needed. Another big vehicle kill. And you can see good defensive smoke taking the kill. He's going to reposition.
Can you drop your ammo?
But that Bradley has probably saved this second Bradley, which is on this main road, and helping to push.
They're gonna have a fob somewhere on the edge of Delta 5.
Infantry finally pushing out through the western side. Oh, as a 50 cal knocks out Rue and Bushy Bro Sensei.
Commander was over here as well for a while.
That Shadow Company. Oh, and he does get shot out. Shadow Company. MRAP. MRAP? Cougar? What we got here? Matt V?
Hey, the last Bradley's on the hill.
It is the Cougar.
Maybe their first one spawned by now, but...
Need to learn all these global escalation vehicles. It is nice seeing a nice variety of armored cars and stuff. Grover pushing a Booyah. He just tossed a grenade as well. That might be a good one. Oh, he overthrew it. Booyah throwing a grenade himself, and he might get Ronin. He overthrew it as well. Grenades missing all infantry in the fields. And you got Bush Wookiees next to Bush Wookiees. They don't realize that Shadow Company in the red outline here, right next to U.S. Army in the blue. Goes full auto and he gets one. Ronin, though, knocks out Real Tivy, and everyone's confused. Can you hear the bad guys, they say? Tossing another grenade behind him. Sam goes down. They're just inches away from each other, and Booyah has no idea where that is. Another grenade going out. But what's good about global escalation is that these local comms, we can actually hear both teams' local comms. Either side can hear people talking in local chat. So that way, if you want to be sneaky, you actually have to, you can't see anything. Bradley now coming into support, help that southern side with this western push. Cougar should go down by some 50 cal. And looks like an airstrike just hit the hab right behind us. Bradley coming in, and it looks like the Abrams was also just hit by tandem or another Bradley. There's just so much sporadic infantry and vehicle contact on the south side of Narve. You can see AT, he's pushing out, trying to find that enemy Bradley, which we can see just in the fog there. Shadow Company living up to their name. And this, they need to be careful. They've got not just an Abrams to worry about, but a second Bradley to worry about. And Bradley might be Bradley on Bradley gaming here. Oh, and what a 1-2. Are you kidding me? American anti-tank nails it first, and the Bradley had his ATGM prepped, and he takes out his enemy counterpart. And hold on a second, ATGM from way downtown flies into the side of the Army Bradley, and he needs to put his smoke in. It's not gonna matter. A second ATGM flies right in, and we have A complete vehicle wipe on the south side of Narva. Bradley turrets just popping off. U.S. Army with a good kill on the first one, but completely unexpected. And oh, they nearly take out the third one with a good anti-tank shot just behind that Shadow Company Bradley. And now he's going to RTB. Smoke all covering him. Wow, what an engagement.
I guess because I tried to use it.
113 tickets though, and it is starting to get a little nerve-wracking if you're the enemy, or if you're the infantry out here trying to push this enemy position, because they still have Obuya finally getting to the capture area just on the south side near the bridge. But you have Eurasia next to him, because Windows, Frank. There's just so much enemy infantry on the western side. The Shadow Company line, very, very good hold so far. But if we're being honest, they haven't really been tested as much as you'd want. Rue getting onto his belly, hitting the deck as Miguel, and there he goes. Dash actually takes him out. But every time they push in, they're just easily able to be pushed away. They just need that extra vehicle oomph, and right now we've seen it. There have been some great fights down here, but look, the tank, once again, he's going on World of Tanks. This Bradley's RTB, he's going to be chasing him pretty much the entire way. The second, the Bradley that took him out as well, Bradley for Squad 1, they're off playing World of Tanks. Any one of these vehicles right now, if they were up in Ring Road, you're going to have American infantry capturing the point. You need that Bradley 25 mil peppering the ruins and infantry taking the space. You're just causing way too many tickets to bleed if you're just doing infantry on infantry, and we can see now 99 tickets to 653. Shadow Company has lost about just over 150 or so, but this I mean, over 200 tickets right now, or maybe 160 tickets right now for the attackers. They're just going to get bogged down here. Command chat not really talking either way. Sam trying to get up step one. Lao Pack laying down with his MG ready. Oh, never mind. Marksman ready. And it looks like he's actually got a nice stack of bodies here. Alec goes down. Gouda and Chief also found the wrong side of his rifle. I think it's the Mark 12. Grover. Oh, and New actually also goes down. Great shots by Leo Pack.
He's heading back to main now. He's hitting hard.
And he takes out Cameron. All right, laying down the hate. And that should open up the north side if there's any infantry to fill in, but it doesn't look like there is. Grover just on the other side of him, and we're going to stick with this push on the south side. Oh. Monatic just watching as another vehicle drives right by, and the 50 cal striker ambushing him. Alec, he's going to have nowhere to go. Runs right into the main road, and I don't know if he's trying to be like a Trojan horse or something. He's got explosives in that thing, but that is a one-way ticket to the bottom of the river. Alec, I think he got lost in his way out to the front here. Even at the striker, Darwin and Captain Garbage, if they're able to push in and support this infantry, that's exactly what they need right now. I could be wrong. Oh, I am wrong. Okay, Abrams, they finally circled back. They're setting up a repair station. And the fob on Oru Village, it did finally get built. This is an American Army fob right in the middle of Oru Village. And that actually might help pincer him. And we can see now the main warehouse being surrounded. Peter Grippin and Bearer. Okay, if you're, is that Irish? Barack Obama. Is that like Barack Obama in Irish? Let me know whatever that is. I think that's Barack Obama. But look, we have a Shadow Company Alamo, and they trade on the entrance. Yeah, they're trying to just hold the line here. And you have plenty of infantry that can just defend this. if you're Shadow Company, they have a nice little line. You got the map asset for the building itself, but also some good Hescos, the Watchtower MG bunker, kind of a good perimeter, but they need to watch this eastern side. A lot of Army infantry pushing in from the east here. Another Abrams round, or it might be the MGS as well. I mean, look at this thing. Let's take a look inside. Look at this. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? So if they start digging down, or they try to vault over, there's a 50 right in front of them. That's hilarious. MGS trying to open up the door. 74 tickets rather to 598. I don't think the fob is overrun just yet for Shadow Company, but they're getting close, the Americans. Shadow Company PMCs holding out against superior American armor. Ooh, and they just barely missed from getting engine the striker. That kind of razor wire on the front. That is actually, if you hit that, you can engine the striker, and it looks like the AT just missed that. Now he's going to try to be popping in some high explosive rounds, or at least heat rounds, into the warehouse. But you need to be careful now. Oh, they did lose the engine. Okay. Oh, did they hit mines? I think they might have just hit some mines. I don't think the... Oh, yeah, the tires are gone. So the explosion didn't happen because hashtag squad problems, but the striker... Oh, man. I mean, that was probably the worst situation for him, losing all their tires, just trying to limp away, and an easy anti-tank kill. The Army here, they are just getting cut to pieces every time they try to jump in and push the point. Handful of infantry die, and hold on a second. That is a Shadow Company SUV, and it sees the Abrams just in front of him, decides to go around and says, you know what, I don't think a Nissan Altima against an Abrams is going to work out for me. Decides to take the long way around. Just love seeing vehicles like this in squad. Absolutely hilarious. I think it's anti-tank though. Oh, it's just a light anti-tank, not a heavy anti-tank. So the most he can do is try to track that Abrams, but South Grumpy Striker, a whole bunch of other Shadow Company troops trying to push from the south side. Striker gets hit with that heat round though. And 37 tickets.
You got a lot of infantry there, as you know.
There's about 3 of them.
37 tickets, and it's going to be just a little too late, I think, for Army. They finally got to the edge of... Oh, hold on a second. Is the Nissan Altima? Did it just right up here? Oh, Nissan Altima dismount a little bit further, but gonna try to keep... Ooh. Gonna try to keep the pressure on, but I think that the armor, they really just waited a little bit too long.
Oh my, the heck missed this.
Oh, I'm good, sorry. You know, I thought that'd go over, but it didn't.
Infantry, they have finally made it up. I don't know if they can overrun the Hab and start pushing into this Alamo. They might be in business. Gouda goes down to the 50 cal. Chief holding out the outside perimeter as well. Striker pushing back out. And now we have another Shadow Company. Bradley. And that is just respawn, and it's ready to hold the line. Did get hit with... I think they ran over their own mines, actually. 31 tickets. They're starting to try to tighten the noose a little bit, but infantry just can't breach this wall. They just have really good coverage, the defenders. They're able to get this up really quick. Usually you see this type of build on more of a second point than a first point. Abrams. Does he see the Bradley? Oh, and he's... I don't think they can. Bradley just being protected now. by the MG bunker, and AT. Now, not only are they tracked on one side, but they're also... Oh, hold on a second. Bradley's now trying to take pot shots at him. And Bradley, they might actually have an ATGM angle. Oh, load that tow missile. The Abrams, he is trying to shoot down the MG bunker in front of him. Oh, Bradley, they might not even have the ATGM loaded. Or even like in, they might be out of ammo. Abrams is trying to shoot through the opening of the MG bunker. Oh, and it just barely misses the Bradley. Round flies right to the left. This could be a great call. Oh no. Abrams, it's just absolutely devastating to see a vehicle you could kill so close, but yet so far. 20 tickets to 544. It's really going to end on this one. If the Abrams goes down, that's 17 tickets with both the vehicle and the crew. Going to turn this on so we can get a proper in screen here. But infantry, they still have an over on the hab. It's absolutely incredible how ineffective the infantry is without those vehicles. Just one IFV or even APC earlier. Oh, and there it goes. The Bradley, for whatever reason, they decided to push south side, and by pushing south, the turret just absolutely flew. Oh, the Bradley didn't. Is that the Bradley? Was that another Bradley? I believe a second Bradley actually just went down too. Either way, 17 tickets remain, and the Army are unable to knock out their counterparts. Shadow Company Americans winning the Civil War, it looks like, unless something absolutely insane happens right now. But a tandem round into the side and 16 tickets, that will be the game. Just needs to rearm that tandem.
Do it, you know you want to.
And there it is. 512 tickets to 0. Shadow Company, just an amazing defense. US just not able to crack it. 194 kills to 167, 48 revives to 21. Jeez.